Okay. So can you share your screen, Jaya? So did you restarted your virtual machine and Informatica?
I did something also. Once.
Okay. So
కృష్ణ అది ఇందులో నావిగేటర్ పక్కకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
ఒక పైన ఉంచండి, పైన క్లిక్ చేయండి, పైన కనెక్షన్స్ కింద.
ఓ ఇది కాదు, ఇది చేసాను కానీ ఇలా సపరేట్ ఫోల్డర్ లోకి వచ్చింది.
I can show you that. Just a sec. నా కంట్రోల్ ఇవ్వండి. కంట్రోల్ ఇచ్చారా? There was not enough memory to complete this operation. Why? Little bit toggle window, something will be there.
Okay.
I cannot find it. That's okay. So, okay. In future, like if you want to see that, just like it's not toggle window, allow docking.
Okay.
Okay, so just need to click on that. That's okay. So now, where we are. So did you practice that mapping, whatever we discussed?
Yeah, I did. It worked, but I was trying something.
Okay.
Again, something error came.
So do you want us to discuss on that or?
Yeah, నేను చేశాను కానీ ఎఫెక్టెడ్ రోస్ అని వచ్చాయి కొన్ని.
Okay, so let's see. This is the one?
Yeah.
No, it won't be this much simple.
Yeah, means I added some update and insert also.
Where are they?
Again I deleted them. Means affected rows అని చూపిస్తుంటే నేను different modes లో చేస్తుండే.
Okay. So do you want to try or because we need to start from the scratch again? I don't have anything to explain here. Okay, I'll do one thing. So first I will focus on the topics first. If you have any time, then we'll discuss this. Okay. So where we are. So by what time you need to leave now?
9:30 means 9 o'clock.
You were 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
8:39.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to wind up by 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so just I'm trying to see where we are. We didn't started, that's for sure. And we discussed about these parameters and variables. And where is your mapping? What are you trying to do?
That's in the previous one.
Okay. Let me see that first.
This one.
Dim underscore customer. You're supposed to use dynamic lookup, update strategy, and error logging. Okay. So anyway, dynamic lookup, lookup, I don't think we can use it. At least if you can use the update strategy transformation and try to find out if the record is exist or not, then it will be it's a better practice, I can say.
So update strategy lo nenu insert and update rendu vaadala?
Insert is not mandatory, but update is a mandatory.
Yeah, I did with update affected rows అని చూపిస్తుంది. I was getting output, but even though some affected rows and చూపిస్తుంది.
What done by affected rows? I didn't understand that. Affected rows. Okay, let me finish this. Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay, or do you want to try? Your wish.
I tried, but
Okay, then I'll do it then. No issues. Okay, so let me try. I'll do it quickly, Jaya. I don't want to spend much time. So first I want to see like what are the fields are available. Customer ID, customer name, address, city, state, zip code, country, phone number. Basically, okay, gender. Looks like everything is there. No need to do any lookups or anything except the target lookup. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is, as there are no dates, it will be pretty much easy. I'm trying to take a lookup. Okay, I'm recording this, right? Yes. So
lookup అవసరం లేదు కదా.
Lookup is a mandatory thing because without lookup, how do you know whether the record is exist or not? See, what you're trying, basically before sending this record, we are trying to find out first of all that record is there on target or not.
Oh, is it? I didn't use lookup.
Yeah. So basically that is what the basic thing.
Yeah, but మీరు ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్ లో కస్టమర్ ఐడి కీ ఉంది కదా, సో లుక్అప్ అవసరం ఉంది కదా అని అడిగినప్పుడు లేదని చెప్పారు కదా.
No, that is a different thing. When you have a key, for that key whether you need a lookup or not is a different thing. But here the concept is STD type 1. Okay, what you are trying to do here, you are trying to find out before sending the record into the target, you have that specific record or not.
Okay.
So without lookup, we cannot get that value.
Okay, how you know that it's a CD type 2?
No, we don't know. Basically, our requirement is that. Okay. My requirement is before loading this record into this table, because it's a dimension tables, right? I cannot delete the data simply. Either I need to do either STD1 or STD2 or STD3. Okay, so right now, if I want to do STD1 or STD2 or STD3, I need to have that lookup. I need to, before going into the target itself, I need to find it out.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, like, yeah, maybe for you it's kind of a confusing because dim underscore customers and stage underscore customers. Maybe if you consider both are same, then the problem comes. So always the stage table is a truncate and reload. Doesn't matter whether you're deleting the data or not. But dimensions, you have to perform either updates or an insert. So either update or insert means for insert no need to worry, but for the update only you should have a understanding how you are going to update based on what. Before I'm going for an update, I need to understand whether the record is there or not. If the record is there, yes, you need to update.
Okay.
To come up to that conclusion or like to come up that decision, you need to understand when you are going to update based on what. So I am going to update when the record is exist based on customer ID. Okay, but if you want before going to the target itself, I need to figure it out. Not after going to the target, because if you are going to the target without identifying that, it will fail. You understand what I'm saying? Without finding the record existence in a target table, if you are trying to insert the record, it will fail. That's the reason I have to use a lookup. For your question, how I know whether it's STD type 1 or type 2, normally for a dimension tables, it will be either STD1 or STD2.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is simple. Now, no questions on that part, right? Whatever we discussed. Okay, now I'm trying to take the lookup transformation. Now my lookup is on my target only, dim underscore customers. And basically I don't need all these columns. I can delete them if I don't want. Why unnecessarily I need to waste the... Okay, I am taking... Okay, for now, leave it and try to take the input, customer ID. Now, give a proper name for this. Okay, proper naming convention, and then give the condition. Always try to give proper naming conventions, even the lookup names also. Because if you're having like a lot of lookups, right, you will be confused. So what is it? Dim underscore customers. Okay, apply. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm just comparing this customer ID from the target. If it is available, I'm returning the whatever is available in the target so that I can take a decision. Now the next part is I need to take them to a router. Okay, so the first thing I'm taking from the lookup. Lookup means try to understand this is not a normal value. Basically, this value is whatever is coming from the target. Okay, just remember that. And the rest of the fields as it is. Oh, even I supposed to take customer ID. So the first customer ID, whatever I took, is from the lookup, right? Just differentiate that, or else it will be confusing. And this one is coming from the input. So let's move it on top. Okay, first one is lookup, and no output groups, the transformation will, yes. Now I'm creating a groups. Same groups like whatever we discussed earlier. Insert, update. And Jaya, you need to practice. There are so many scenarios. Right now, whatever we are discussing is only a kind of a introduction. Okay, when I'm saying like SE type 1, you ask that question, right? Like how I will know? Because you need to practice the scenarios. Okay, right now, whatever scenario I'm giving, only for insert else update on the target. Even you need to, you can, if you have like a multiple targets, so then choosing the target also a question. Okay, so how you are going to choose the target, and there can be different kind of scenarios.
Okay.
So please practice. Okay, is null of, sorry, is null of, but I will make sure that you will get a confidence on the transformation, each and every transformation.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get like a confidence levels to approach interviews, then you have to practice. Okay, right now I'm checking for the insert is null of lookup customer ID. If whatever is coming out from the lookup is a null, then that means that is not available over there. So you can go and insert. And if I want to do update, not is null. Okay. If it is not null, then something is there, then go and update.
Okay.
Now I'm not taking any update strategy transformation for insert because it's not mandatory. But for update, I'm taking one. Now let's take the target. Okay, the first one, I'm calling it as a insert. Even though you're having like 100 instances, but table is same. Don't get confused with that. So if you're having two targets, that doesn't mean that you're having two target tables in the background. The background table is same, but you're loading in different kind of a data. Right now, I don't need this lookup. So this is wrong. Okay, I have to use the update strategy transformation. Okay, and in the update strategy transformation, mention the property as 1. Okay, earlier we mentioned dd underscore update or 1. Anything is okay. If it is insert, 0. If it is a delete, 2. If it is a reject, 3. Okay, these are like a kind of a numerical options. Okay, it's valid. I'm not doing anything for insert, so it's pretty simple. Just blindly inserting. Hope you already created the map session, right? Okay. Did you create it as reusable or?
Yeah, reusable.
Perfect. So now just refresh this and validate this. I'm just trying to make sure this is target, fine. Insert target, but make sure it is a normal. Hope you understand why I'm taking it as a normal. Because of to avoid the indexes failures. Okay, so here also better take target. Okay, router and update. In the update strategy transformation, better take the property as data driven, or else always it is going to insert. Any other settings did we forget? Any other target perfect, target perfect, normal perfect, PGT perfect, router perfect. So in the workflows, let's take dim load and attach this customers. Task is link task. Save it. Now start the task. Succeeded. So how many records? 0 records and throughput 6173 affected is 6773, but why you didn't get any record into your target? So this is what you're talking about, Jaya?
Yeah, this rejected rows.
Yeah, we'll find out why. Even I didn't see any errors. Start loading the table, end loading the table, okay. Finish transformation source call first, start loading the table. No data loaded for this target. His memory is the index cache size that would hold 584 rows in the lookup cache. Memory is okay, the data cache is 584. I didn't see any error, but let's see. What is the table status? Did you change any of the properties, Jaya?
No.
Yeah, even this is 0. Okay, let me try debugger quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see where exactly the data is filtering it out. What is this? Only customer ID is coming? Why? How did you took this? Why only customer ID is coming? Okay, maybe it's trying to send for the lookup. That's okay. In customer ID, yeah. So then it is filtered. Why? The row type. First of all, it's not even going to the router. Input group is there. In insert, nothing is going. In default, also nothing is going. Why nothing is going? Insert, nothing. Input, nothing. Where is the update group then? Insert and update, right? So why it's going to default? Where is update then? Oh, it will finish all of the records. That's okay, but filter is not correct. Even you are getting few records for update, but for insert, nothing is going up. So basically, let's look at the mapping again. I'm stopping the debugger.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in the insert, I mean, there are no records, but update, I can see a couple of records are going. Let's do one more thing to make it simple. Try to add an expression, then do the lookup. But how does this going to make sense? Hey, why we didn't? Oh, that's the problem. We added the update group, sorry, default group into update.
Yeah, I was thinking why you're adding default group.
Okay, so update I added here. So now, at least I have for the update, but like insert, where the insert is going on? Okay, insert is going for insert. I didn't put any of it, like groups is null of lookup cust ID, not is null lookup cust ID. Okay. So dim customer update, all the records are gone into update. Maybe you already loaded the records into insert. That's the reason. So there are like 6173 records in a target. Is that correct? We already loaded the records, I believe.
Already loaded?
Yeah, first time you might have ran the job, then the
Yeah.
records got loaded. And again, we are trying to run it, right? So it's updating.
యాక్చువల్లీ మీరు ఇన్సర్ట్ అప్డేట్ ఇదంతా చేశారు కదా, నేను ఏం చేయకుండానే నాకు సేమ్ వచ్చింది అనమాట. ఈ రౌటర్ లుక్అప్స్ వాడకుండా.
Yeah, ఎందుకు వచ్చింది అంటే మీరు ఫస్ట్ టైం జస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసేసారు.
ఓ యా.
ప్రాబ్లం ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? మళ్ళీ మీరు అదే జాబ్ రీరన్ చేస్తే ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది, ఫెయిల్ అయ్యేది ఉండేది. ఓన్లీ కింద చూపించినట్టు అఫెక్ట్ రోస్ మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి. యూ కెనాట్ సీ ఎనీథింగ్ because you are not updating. If in case of any changes in future on your source side, you won't update anything. Every time it will reject.
Okay.
You didn't even see whatever is happening on the source. You cannot reflect that. Now it's updating. Whatever record is coming, it's updating. Even if you do some changes also, it will update. In your scenario, it won't update.
Okay, ఇప్పుడు actually I got the same applied rows and affected rows, but here rejected rows I got some number over here.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because you are not using that update logic. You are using only insert logic.
Okay.
Every time you are trying to insert.
Okay. Means next time when I do the same thing, do my rows change?
Now?
The number of rows change?
Now?
Yeah, now.
I mean, in this mapping?
Yeah.
No, it won't change. It will ever and ever, it will be same, 6173.
Yeah, but now we are updating it, right?
See, you are updating. What you are updating? You are updating the same record.
Okay.
See, you are updating the record, but the count is not going to change, right? If there are 100 records, okay? If I'm updating the 100 records, the count won't change.
Okay. Okay.
But if there are like a new records from your source, like 10 new records added, okay? Then 10 new records are added and 10 old records got deleted from the source. Then your counts will change. In insert, you will see 10. In update, you will see 6163.
Okay.
Until and unless there is some change in your source, you cannot see any other change in your target counts. Okay. The only problem, if you use the simple insert, it always try to insert and it won't update anything.
Okay.
And it will fail. If in case of the same record comes again, it will fail.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. So we'll go back to our regular stuff. This is what we did, and I believe we are done with this slide, right?
Yeah.
And where we are, basically. Even we did this, I think.
This is done.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we are in 13th or... Okay, let's start this. Stage transaction, stage payment, and we're supposed to load the data into fact cells. So let's try to use the mapping parameters and the parameter file, everything.
Okay.
So let's see this. Stage transaction, stage payment, fact cells. Okay, now we are entering into the fact. So what are the sources? Stage transactions, right? What is the other one?
Stage payment.
Take the target as well. Looks like we already have that.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to observe the data and fact cells. So you can see like all of them are keys. Okay, so I want to make some space to perform my operations. Basically, I'm having payment ID, payment type description, and here I'm having so where is the payment ID to perform the join? Is it the right one? Stage payment, stage transactions. Okay.
There's payment description. We can join payment description also, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to say like, so before joining, I would like to see the data first. So in real time, you're going to have like a design document so that you can see what is the condition. But here we are everything. So. So try to connect Oracle underscore target. Select the star from page underscore payments or payment.
Payment.
Come on. Stage underscore transaction. B where A dot payment type description is equal to B dot what?
Payment type description.
Okay, so let's run this. Perfect. So I got the data. Now it makes sense for me to use this join. Because there won't be any use like once you finish your mapping if you didn't find any data.
Okay.
Again, now I'm using a joiner transformation. So here, payment ID, I'm getting from here, and I'm using everything from here. And you should have a join condition. Payment description, payment type description. Apply and make sure you're doing normal join. Okay, so other than that, I don't have any other conditions. So what else you need? So you are having like customer ID, Okay, I'm having customer ID here. So just try to put in a proper order so that there won't be any confusion.
Okay.
So customer ID is on the top, and then product key. I don't have product key. Maybe I need to get this product key. So for that, I'm just moving this product ID on top.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing is a dealership ID, because I need to get the I need to get the key, but like just dealership ID.
Mm-hmm.
Payment ID is already there, and promo ID also there.
Mm-hmm.
Next, date key. I have a date ID that works, and then number of units sold. So number of units sold. Maybe I need to derive it. Okay. So how you are going to derive that? Number of units sold.
Unit cost.
Quantity. Sales quantity. Okay. How many you sold? Okay. Into unit cost or selling price. No. This is correct, right? Sales quality. I'm sorry, quantity. That is what a unit sold, number of units sold. And the revenue. So unit cost into sales quantity plus delivery charges. Okay, the total revenue we can figure it out. The cost also we can figure it out. Discount is already there. Holdback is already there. Revenue is already there. Okay. Now, how you are going to get the product key? So where is that dim underscore products table? So did we already loaded the data, dim underscore products? Just make sure. First of all, do we have that?
Dim underscore product. Yeah.
So just I'm trying to see is the product key is there or not. Is there? I believe we already loaded this table. Okay, just to check the data if the data is there or not in dim underscore products. Select count store from dim underscore products, right?
Product. Yeah. No, product, I think.
Yeah, product. No.
No.
Why? We didn't load it or what? Just check your mappings.
Yeah. No, we didn't use it.
Okay, so first we need to build that mapping and we need to load the data. So here the product key. I'm creating quickly. Okay, so I'm not explaining it, but I'll dim underscore product. So stage product, and what is the target? Dim underscore product. So the next thing, I need to look up on my target before inserting. And product ID. And I don't need all these things. Same thing, whatever I did earlier, I'm trying to do the same thing. So product ID, physical product ID in properties, I'm not changing anything. Okay, I got it. And I'm using a router. Okay, so product ID. Okay, maybe I'll send the product key. And rest of things I'm not sending anything. I need everything from here. Okay, so now I have a product key, product ID, product cost. To put in a proper naming convention, mention this as a lookup so that there won't be any confusion. That's okay. So now I'm creating two groups. Insert, update. Insert. Now I'm checking on the key. Whatever the key I got is null of this product key. Okay, this is for update. Come on, what happened? Sometimes it won't type from this keyboard. Not easy. So now I'm good. I classified into two groups. Now I need to have update strategy transformation, and whatever is there on update, I'm taking that. So here what I need is, even I need that update key. Okay, whatever is coming from that lookup, I'm going to update only that key. That's the reason I need the key. And I'm trying to take this and I'm calling it as an insert. Okay, for insert, I'm trying to link it from here. Maybe you can ask like how you are getting the product key then. Okay, so product key I'm taking from the sequence generator because it's a surrogate key basically. So for the surrogate key, every time a new record inserts, I need to put a key. Rename this and update. So go to mappings, generate the workflow, reusable sessions.
So now you get two you created two targets, right?
Yeah, I create two targets.
So you get two product keys means?
No, only one. For the first one, insert, only I'm passing the new value. If it is already exists, what I'm doing, I'm taking that product key from my lookup and I'm just I'm updating based on that. I'm not trying to create a new one. Only for the new record, I'm trying to create that. So I'm just refreshing it. Do you understand that, Jaya?
I didn't understand you created two targets, right?
Okay.
Then what happens means?
Okay. What happens? Like, what is your question?
So
I created two targets. Okay, that's correct. Yeah. Okay, let me get the picture. Okay, right now I'm using this. Okay, I created these two targets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now?
I didn't understand how you'll get the product key finally.
Okay. First time when there are no records, okay, in which flow it will go? When first time it will go like which flow it will go? Will it go for insert or will it go for update?
Insert, update.
No, first time when there are no records in your target.
Oh, when there are no records, insert.
Okay, means first time means there are no records.
Okay.
First time whenever is trying to put a record, it will put the product key from the sequence generator. Okay, from this sequence generator, it will try to get that record. For the first one, maybe one or two or three, like depends on how many records you're having. Okay, in the first one, you loaded like a 10,000 records. And your product key also generated from the sequence generator. Next time when you rerun the mapping, okay, now the control will go to update, right?
Okay.
How? First, before going to the update itself, it's going to decide by getting this product key.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your question is valid. I don't know whether that is your question or not, but you are going to get the product key. And what is your lookup transformation? I mean, what is your lookup is doing? Basically, oh, come on. Now I understand your question. So here you are comparing the product ID, what is coming from source, okay? And if the product ID matches, then the product key will be returned.
Yeah.
First time, for example, there is a record product ID 100. For that product key, you insert it as a 1, the product key.
Yeah.
From this lookup transformation, if that is available, then you are going to get the key as 1.
Yeah.
And you will go with that key here in the update strategy transformation. Okay, you will go with that key and you are updating based on that key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for that 1, you are going to update whatever the information.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
So I need to change the property as 1. I mean, did I clear your question or still it's a question?
So means I get the product key from the lookup, right?
Exactly. So product key not from the lookup. Basically, the lookup is getting the product key from the target only.
Yeah, yeah. So based on the lookup, we are getting the product key, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then this insert, right?
No, again, it won't go to insert. See,
Okay.
once that control happens over here only in the router only.
Yeah, but we don't need the insert thing, right? Means there's.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me put in this way.
I'm
Why?
saying that we don't need this insert, right? Because we are getting the product key, right?
How? See, first time when I run it, I need the insert, right? First time when I'm running this job, I need to insert.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I need or not?
Yeah.
But first time I need it, but from the next time I don't need it because you're not refreshing your source.
Okay, got it.
But if in case if you refresh the source in future, again you need that insert. If a new record comes from the source, what you will do without insert? You cannot update every time, right? Even you need to insert.
Okay. What is this? This dim product. This is the target, right? So that we are inserting first, then we are updating it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now
I got it.
Okay. So based on the data, you are trying to do your operation. That's it.
So if the source is what we call the data type.
Which one?
ఇప్పుడు ఇది ది ప్రోడక్ట్ అన్నది మనము టార్గెట్ నుంచి తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ వి నీడ్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఇఫ్ వి టేక్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ సోర్స్ దెన్ వి డోంట్ నీడ్ ఎన్ ఇన్సర్ట్, రైట్?
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్పండి, నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు.
ఈ స్టేజ్ అండర్స్కో ప్రోడక్ట్ అన్నది మనం టార్గెట్ నుంచి తీసుకున్నాం.
నో 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 స్టేజ్ అండర్స్కోర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ అనేది ఒక టార్గెట్ స్కీమాలో ఉంది అంతే.
యా యా
స్టేజ్ అండర్స్కోర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ అయినా కానీ ఆర్ డిమ్ అండర్స్కోర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ అయినా కానీ ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద స్కీమా యూఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్. ఈవెన్ ఇది మీకు సోర్స్ స్కీమాలో ఉన్నా కూడా ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇస్ సేమ్ బికాస్ టేబుల్స్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్, రైట్? దిస్ టేబుల్ ఇస్ కంప్లీట్లీ డిఫరెంట్ దెన్ యువర్ డిమ్ అండర్స్కోర్ ప్రోడక్ట్. Okay, my intention by using this Informatica is I'm trying to take the data from one table and loading into other table. It doesn't matter where those tables are there. So when I'm trying to insert first time, I'm making sure there are no records.
Okay.
But basic enti ante oka employee table undi. Okay na? For example, మీరు same banking example తీసుకోండి. Okay, you are opening an account. First day when you open an account, okay, your record got inserted or like your record got created. Assume ఆ సోర్స్ మీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ సిస్టమ్ అనుకోండి. బ్యాంకర్ ఎవరితో కూర్చున్నాడో వాడు ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నాడు డేటా ఫస్ట్ డే, ఫస్ట్ టైం మీరు అకౌంట్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు. అప్పుడు అది వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? అది ఫస్ట్ డే మీ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ లో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలి. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడే ఒక కీని అసైన్ చేసి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ డే మళ్ళీ వచ్చారు మీరు బ్యాంక్ కి, ఒక $100 డిపాజిట్ చేశారు. సేమ్ రికార్డ్ మళ్ళీ వచ్చింది, కాకపోతే విత్ సమ్ చేంజ్. నెక్స్ట్ టైం కూడా ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఓకే టు ఇన్సర్ట్ యాజ్ ఎ న్యూ రికార్డ్ లైక్ విత్ న్యూ కీ? నో, రైట్? You are the same customer. Why I need to insert you as a same customer, as a new customer?
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense for me. So what I need to do for the same customer, whatever the key I created first time, on that key, I'll update it.
Okay.
Like she deposited so and so amount.
Mm-hmm.
Next day also, she taken out some amount
Mm-hmm.
on the same key.
Mm-hmm.
Or else what will happen every time, first time you opened account, second time you are going to deposit some amount and you are creating a new key and you are putting some amount.
Mm-hmm.
That will create a confusion.
Okay. Oh, got
Okay.
it. Means first whatever we are getting, we are inserting. Later on, for the same ID, we are updating it.
Updating, exactly.
Okay.
If a same record comes again, we are
Okay.
updating. As
Okay.
this is what
For suppose we have some customer ID one. He has an account in California, but he changed it to Dallas. Then when you update it, so it's going to change to Dallas, not the California. You
not
get
the
it?
customer number.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It
You get
won't
it?
create a new customer number. It will just update the Dallas to
Okay.
California, or whatever.
Yeah. For the same customer ID, the
Exactly.
states get updated. So the
Exactly.
previous one, California di undadu. So అది
Undadu.
వెళ్ళి okay.
Basically, అదే కదా ఎస్సీ type 1 అంటే.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
as this is a lab, we won't see that data change on our source. మీరు ఒకవేళ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే ఏం చేయొచ్చు, మీరు you can give like a change something on what you can change something like a division description or something component ID. నెక్స్ట్ టైం మీరు రన్ చేసినప్పుడు అదే ప్రోడక్ట్ ఐడికి డేటా చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And next time try to take a new product ID, then it's supposed to insert. Okay, just try to insert or like change a product ID, write an update statement on data, then it will insert.
Okay.
Okay, so you can play around with the data. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా జయ?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm just refreshing it. It's a product only, right? Whatever we are doing.
Yeah.
Mapping and properties data. I don't think is it product or something else.
Product.
Yeah. So dim underscore product, right? So try to create this here and task link task. Basically, it's not depend on this, but still I'm using. It's okay. Okay, first time 96 records got inserted.
Mm-hmm.
As is the first time. When you run the next time, it will be on update.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we are going back to our regular mapping. Where is, fact sets. Now, for the product key, I am looking up on product table. So what I need to send to the lookup? Product ID, right?
Yeah, product.
Okay. To avoid the confusion, I'm taking unnecessarily columns. And next thing, so I have a product key now. And what else I need to do? So even I need to take the date key. Right now I have date ID. I don't have a date key. So even I need to look upon a date.
సో ఒకే లుకప్ లో రెండు కీస్ మనం డిఫైన్ చేయలేం కదా.
No. ఒకే లుకప్ లో రెండు టేబుల్స్ మనం డిఫైన్ చేయలేము.
యా
సో బెటర్ నేమ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ dates. Ports. I don't want unnecessary ports. Oh no.
What happened?
Cancel. No, I took the wrong thing, I believe. What is the date ID? Do we have any date ID? Yes, date ID legacy is there, right? So I deleted that. Okay. So instead of deleting that, just delete this. And for now, I'm making it as an input. And give the condition date ID and date ID legacy. Do not match. Why?
Date ID legacy is coming from product.
No.
Join.
What date ID legacy coming from product?
No. Nothing.
Okay. So basically the problem is it's in the double. The data type is double here. And here the data type is decimal.
Okay.
That is what the problem. So maybe we need to convert it. That's okay for now. What I'm trying to do is, before sending this here, let's take an expression transformation. And to avoid the confusion, I'll pass this 2 from here. Okay, customer ID. Date ID. To decimal. I don't know what was the scale for that. Okay, let's take 2 invalid symbol reference. Okay, that's okay. Basically, this is double. I am trying to use the same double. Oh, this is double and this is double, right? So maybe I'm using the wrong one. Double, it's not going to change it, but I'll do one thing. So let's cancel this. Cancel. First thing is I didn't even connect this date ID. First connect that.
Date ID 1.
Yeah. Because this is double, that is decimal. I'm deleting this and let's take it as a decimal. Let's see. And here it's a double. And you're trying to connect as decimal. Double decimal.
Both are in double.
No. See here, date ID is in decimal.
Oh, okay.
There in lookup, it's a double.
Uh-huh.
That is what the problem. Like, are we doing right comparison or not is a question. So we don't have any other dates, right? So date ID. Okay, let's look at the data first instead of blindly looking into that. Open the data first. From where it is coming? The stage transactions, right?
Date ID. Dates from.
Yeah, stage transactions. So B dot date ID. En okay, so 2452276. So perfect. Now look into the dates. Date ID is legacy. What is the problem? I mean, it's perfectly fine, basically. There is no issue here. Data-wise, I didn't see any problem. Both are looking good. So no need of any additional conversions, basically.
So you
But
don't need this expression?
no, we need it, but because if I directly connect, it's failing, right? So
Date ID. You deleted it.
in source qualifier itself, I changed it to double and I am propagating the attributes. That's date ID became double now. But it may fail because in the source, it is like a decimal, but I'll give it a try. The only confidence what I'm having is either decimal or like the double. Doesn't make any difference for me when I look at the data. So if I look at here, decimal, still it is coming as a decimal. But it was double. It didn't propagate it here. Okay, so when I'm not using anything, why I need a expression?
Yeah.
I'm simply transferring it from here, date ID to this, and product ID from here. See, here also I'm having the same thing, decimal and decimal, but like lookup transformation, both are decimal. That's the reason it didn't give any error. That's okay. Now, try to focus on this. So date key, I'm sending it here. And product key, I'm sending it here. Okay. Let's see. Product ID is here. That's okay. Then let's try to add other fields until promo ID. Concatenation disallowed. Fact sales, active transformation joiner, source qualifier, transactions. Okay. Now this is what you're mapping, right? So where is your target?
Fact sales is the target.
As this flow is coming from source qualifier. Okay, I'll do one thing. Instead of connecting it from lookup, anyway, I'm taking this in joiner, right? Double, double. Product key. And then date key. Okay, the rest of the fields I'm adding as it is. Customer ID. Earlier, the problem is like you are choosing from the source qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, you did a join. So you join is a active transformation, right? So dealership ID and payment ID, promo ID, number of units sold. Okay, sales quantity. Right now, I'm not trying to do any kind of a mathematical logics, Jaya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe if you want, like you can add unit cost and delivery charges, and you can take out the discount, hold rebate. Okay, right now I'm not doing those things. Those are the expression activities. Even you can perform it.
Okay.
Okay, cost I'm taking as a unit cost. Basically, here I supposed to take like for the revenue, I supposed to add up everything. So that logic I'm not doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can create an expression transformation and then you can add them.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, just like selling price only my revenue.
Okay.
Okay, if you want, like you can add like selling price into sales quantity plus delivery charges or discount, whatever the logic you want. Nothing related to Informatica. It's all related to your personal logic.
Okay.
Okay, now it's valid. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create even now what we can do is like I can do like NZL's update on the fact sales. Basically, that is what's supposed to happen. But like this guy didn't mention any kind of a key on this specific table, on sales table. So there should be a key for this table itself. That is a surrogate key. But I didn't find any key for that. Right?
Okay.
Everything is coming from your source.
Mm-hmm.
So for this table itself, I didn't find anything. But like what I can do is based on these keys, whatever these keys, if these keys are already existed, then I can update. If not, I can insert. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, then how you are going to do that? Do you want to try that on your own? See, my intention is I want to check each and every key. Means I need to use like how many lookups I need to use?
Lookup?
Yes.
Okay. 5, I think, right?
Okay.
Already we created 2.
No, only one lookup you can use. Basically, what I'm trying to do there is like I'm trying to create like unconnected lookup. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But the problem with the unconnected lookup also, I supposed to compare different values, not like a one value. The same scenario exists, but if you need to compare like only single value from the source, then I can use unconnected, but maybe I have to go for the connected lookups, but like a not five, like 6 different kind of lookups.
You said only one?
If you are having the same input. See, if I'm having the same input, but trying to compare for all these columns, then I can use only one. But in this scenario, I have to use like a 3 plus 3 is 6. The only reason is for the customer ID, I cannot compare with the product ID. If I want to get the product key, I have to compare with the product key only, right?
Yeah.
So in unconnected lookup, you can use that unconnected lookup like 10 times or 100 times, but your input should be same. See, in the dates mapping, we used it. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
From the input, so you are getting like insert date as well as update date. But I'm on my target, I'm comparing with only one port. I'm not using these many ports. In my target port, what I used to have, only dates I used to have. Do you remember? Only I used to compare with the date value. Whatever the value is coming, I'm just comparing with the date value. But in this scenario, I'm not comparing with one single port. Every time I have to compare with a different port. You got this point, Jaya?
Yeah.
Any questions on this part? Why I'm not able to use one unconnected lookup to compare all these 7?
It's confusing.
Okay. So when I use unconnected lookup, okay, my target or like my logic, whatever I'm doing over here is, whatever the value coming from source, doesn't matter. That can be A, that can be B, that can be C, that can be D. Ultimately, when I come to the lookup transformation, okay, I am trying to compare with this date ID legacy.
Okay.
Here, that can be anything, A, B, C, D, or anything. But in this scenario, this value is changing. First time, I supposed to compare with the customer ID. Second time, I supposed to compare with the product key. Third time, it is keep on changing. It's not like a one. That's the reason I'm using like a multiple connected lookups.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe you can look into that unconnected lookup mapping once again. Maybe unnecessarily I confuse you by saying initially only one unconnected lookup is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, if I can use unconnected lookup only one unconnected lookup if I'm having like n number of parameters from the source, but the target comparison is only one, then I can use like only one unconnected lookup. But here my target itself is having like multiple values. Okay, there's a reason I have to use like 6 lookups. But basically, this target structure itself is wrong. He should have his own key for this fact cells.
Okay.
Okay, so let's run this, but like I want to use the parameter file for this mapping. Okay, so first generate the workflow, then we'll try to create the parameter file. Okay, I'm creating a new workflow. This is not a dimension load, right? So it's a fact load. Now, where is my but I'll revisit this table, Jaya, the fact table.
There are other fact tables. Can you check with that whether they are having the key?
Okay, just a second. First, let me finish this.
Okay.
Because fact table load is kind of different a little bit. So let me check once. First, okay, first verify that. Then I will go for the parameter files. Right now it's a sales. If it's an inventory, you're having an inventory ID. If it is like a product aggregator daily, you're having like a product key. But like this key is talking about this or not, I'm not sure. Maybe product table is coming, or for this specific table he created that product key.
Mm-hmm.
Or fact product aggregator key. Again, here also is having a product key. Promotions, promo ID is a kind of a key. Let's take our example. Do we have any sales key? No. I didn't find any key for the sales.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where like I'm a little bit confused, but still I'm not saying this table is wrong still. So this I need to look into again, because I don't have any kind of a sales ID over here. But there is a question in my mind. Even fact promotions, promo ID, there is another table like dim promotions. From that table also promo ID is there.
Mm-hmm.
Even here also product keys might be coming from the product table. So is he referring to this, or he's referring to the dimension table is a question. If he's referring to this table, then it makes sense for me. But if he's referring to the dimension table, then I have to revisit. Okay, but for this sales, I didn't find any such kind of a confusion at all. Okay, because I didn't find any key for sales.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where like I'm a little bit confused on this part, but I'll try to see this, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. But for now, I'm trying to explain the parameter files. Okay, how you are going to execute your mapping by using a parameter file.
Okay.
Before that, first we need to create a parameter file. Let's see. Can you open a notepad here? That's okay. So this is what the syntax. Right now, we are not using any connections. So just I'm using TZT. And what is our target name? Oracle underscore TGT. And what is our source? Okay, I don't have these many sessions. Okay, where is our? Session task, okay. Then I don't have any workflow tasks. And what's our workflow name? So right now I'm using the session variables as this Oracle target. Okay. Even if I want to create any parameter variable or something, right now I don't have anything because I'm not using any expression or anything. Frankly speaking, even I'm not satisfied much with this fact loading, because this is not simple as this. You need to use aggregator transformations and you need to use your update strategies. But we'll try to do the same fact load by using the aggregate daily. Okay, so that will make some sense. So on the fact cells, I didn't find any kind of a dimensions or anything to load it. But like only we'll try to understand like how you are going to use the parameter file for this lab.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is basically it's a syntax. Okay, folder name dot your workflow. I mean WF colon workflow name. So this folder name dot this WF is to denote the workflow, and ST is denote to your session tasks. And just I'm giving a parameter like db connections underscore target, and I'm going to give this parameter in my session. And I'm saving this plain text document in desktop. Where is our lab content? Lab content. Fact load that param. Okay, and save it. You're about to save the examiner text one, which will remove all formatting. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Okay. Now go back. And in the fact cells, in the task developer, I'm going to assign the path. So this is what the parameter file name path. Okay. So what is the path? Lab content. And this is what your path. And what is your parameter file name? Rename that. Now go to your mapping and provide the connections. So here I'm not providing any TGT or anything. Okay. Here what I'm going to provide, just use the connection variable DB connection. What we provide here, TGT. Okay, whatever I provide here, basically, I'm providing this value. Okay. And everywhere, what I will do now, everywhere I select this, use connection object variable. Only one. Okay, even for the fact cells also, only one. Okay, for the lookups also same. Anyway, for target, it's already there. So in the target, I'll mention this. So I'm trying to simplify as much as I can. Okay. So in case of any changes in future, you need not to go here. Okay, just change your parameter file. Everywhere I'm using that specific connection, right? So here also target and make it as a normal. And everywhere, wherever target is there, I'm just putting this. In future, in case of any change, what I will do, I'll change in the parameter file. No need to worry about anything.
Okay.
Okay, now apply. Okay, execute it. Start the task. Session log itself is not creating. The problem is, whatever the session is, a session log is failed or failed to get the initialized properties from the master service to prepare the phase session instance, unable to read the variable definition from the parameter file. So it's not able to read this parameter file, whatever you mentioned. Let's take VLAN JYR. This is what the, oh, forget it, this. We don't need this. Now, folder, workflow name, session name. That's it. And I don't want to do any other changes. Okay, so close it and rerun it. F desktop factored parameter code, unable to read the variable definition from the parameter file. So basically, it's not able to create the log itself. I'm looking for the workflow log. Cannot find the parameter file. C user vsoft desktop lab content. Why you cannot find specific parameter file? Is this path is wrong or what? Fact load PARM. Okay, Jay, I'll do one thing. If it's getting late for you, okay, tomorrow morning we can see this.
No, that's fine.
Okay, then. Yeah. I'm just trying to see the syntax is correct or not.
You controlling in my laptop?
No.
Oh.
Just trying to make sure. The folder name .wf. So basically we gave like the folder is correct and workflow is perfect. The folder, the workflow, and the folder, and I give my session. Folder dot my session. Even that is good.
Kaliha Marina.
Workflow.
Yan ba ba?
Okay. Let's try to use $. I'm just making sure that spelling mistakes are not there, but can you see any spelling mistakes or somewhere, like in defining the session names or something?
No.
Lab content fact load.param. Everything looks good.
I think you should mention the date, I think.
No, no need of dates.
In the Google, it's showing to mention the dates.
Date? No. If you are using any such kind of parameters, then you can use it. Or else there is no need of dates. Still not able to connect to that session task instance, unable to read the variable definition from the parameter file. I'll do one thing, Jaya. So even it's late for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to research today night. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow, just to recap what is left.